Hello.
Is there somebody there?
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, look what you're wearing today. That's a very good choice, isn't it?
Yes, but I'd cross your legs, love.
I would too.
Otherwise we can see your chihuahua.
Chihuahua, barking mad. Shall we sit?
Yes.
Shall we sit? Let's
Yes.
sit. There we go.
There we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, you're in the wrong place.
Oh, let me get over there. Let me climb over. Climb over. Climbing over. Oh, God. Do you know it's route to point, Mark? Now listen. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. How are we all? We all okay?
Yes.
We all had a good week. We all ready for today. You're out of breath.
I am out of... Well, you've just climbed all over me.
Most people pay
like
for
having
that.
a walrus on you.
It's a different version of meet and greet, isn't it? How are you? You had a good week?
Not bad. I'm just back from Harrogate. I've been abroad to Yorkshire.
I've been abroad for 28 years. Yes, I have.
I've been to a Christmas show. I can't believe it.
Flipping it, not
I know.
Christmas already.
Yes, I've caught tinselitis.
Get out, get out, get out. I can't cope.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, not already. So you've been there?
I have. I've been buying Christmas.
Purchased lots?
Oh, lots and lots.
What did you get? Anything exciting?
Well, this studio is going to look like a Lapland palace.
A lap dancing's palace?
No, a Lapland
palace.
palace.
Oh, a Lapland palace, right,
Oh,
lovely.
yes.
I see, well, that sounds exciting.
Isn't it exciting?
But you're not going to ask me what I've been up to?
No, I'm not really into. Go on then, what have you been up to?
Absolutely nothing. I discovered a new cheese.
Oh,
Yes.
what's that?
It's very blue and veiny.
Sure it was cheese, is that what the fella told you? Hold
Yes.
my cheese.
It was in the shape of a sausage, and it was blue and veiny. It was nice. It was lovely. Very good
I
indeed.
think you need to have a word with your carer.
I do, because you shouldn't taste the cracker before you've tasted the cheese, really, should you? That's what I think in life. What's on the show today, please?
Well, thank goodness we've got some people to come and do comedy with us, because we need a helping hand. So we're...
Just the one.
So we're meeting two wonderful people who are doing a fantastic show called...
Revival of the Fittest.
There we are. And that's not Keep Fit.
No.
Because we have it in our contract. We don't appear with Keep Fit
Well, we
people
look
anymore.
good when we fill widescreen televisions, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. Somebody's watching us on a big screen at the moment, and
I
they're
know, I
actually
can
watching
see 'em.
it in the real shape of us. Aren't they? No Zoom needed. No Zoom needed at all.
And we're also going to be meeting a performer from the musical Nine, which is
The
being
gorgeous
staged.
Danielle Steers is going to be
That
with
is
us, everybody.
correct. She's from Yorkshire.
She's from Yorkshire. I first
Yes.
met her in Bat Out of Hell, and we had a lovely night out at Revolution de Cuba.
Bat Out of Hell. I
Yes.
thought that was your act.
That's my nickname.
No, until you
And-
got COVID. Now, patient zero.
Patient
She used to
zero.
hang upside down. Yes.
Right. You've had too much of your vitamin B12 today, Flower. I could...
It's a right packed extravaganza.
Oh, an
isn't it?
extravaganza indeed. It's almost like the survival of the fittest, or as I like to call it, the revival of the fittest.
Well, as long as it's nothing to do with Keep Fit. All we want is comedy.
It does sound healthy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I'm not for that. Are
No,
you?
no, definitely not. And speaking about revival of the fittest, it's a marvellous show, you know.
I believe so.
It's a marvellous show.
Yes.
We're going to find out more now. Are you ready?
Is that why these two are sat
This is it. This is why these two are here.
Oh.
You two are in this show.
We are.
Yes,
we are in
certainly
this show.
are.
So let's go straight to it. What is this show?
So this show was. So I direct it and I created it, and it's basically my love letter to Rick Mayall. So when I was a kid, instead of my parents showing me children's programs, they were like, "Here's some bottom, here's some young ones."
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yes.
You had
So
very much the same.
I've always loved it, and then it started like 7 years ago. I was like, all this classic comedy that we just don't see anymore.
No.
Like, can we just revamp it for the stage? And what started as a pipe dream, we literally just like, let's do it.
Well, there's a lot of the shows that you cover in this. I mean, let's name a few of them. Go on, you name a few of the shows.
So we
that
got Bottom, we got Victoria Wood, we got Two Ronnies,
Blackadder,
Blackadder,
Fast Show, the Sketch Show.
The Sketch Show we got.
Are there any others? There's
been
more
loads.
in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's been Dawn of French.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Dawn of French.
And a lot-
French.
Yeah. French is Dawn.
And a lot of the shows were they went out of fashion because you couldn't really say what they wanted to say anymore.
I guess so, yeah.
Are you being brave enough to just
It's
say what you want to say in it?
well, it works in today's climate, but it's not like we're doing the stuff that I'm like, oh, this is. But I've picked the stuff that really is just timeless and it still works. And if there's bits that are kind of dated in terms of just references and stuff, we're like, how do we make that relevant now? How do we that's become.
So is it a marvellous thing where you're just doing their material but you're being paid for it, or is there, or because I mean we've made a career.
Yes, it is. We're trying to honour them as much as we
Yeah,
can.
it's a homage.
Yeah.
That's a really good way of putting it. Yeah, it's not sort of like going out of our way to sort of break conventions or anything like that. We sort of looked around a lot of the theatre scene, and a lot of the theatre scene at the moment, it's very sort of like there's very heavy on message and sort of sometimes can come up across a little bit preachy on occasions, which is great for the right moment, great for the right audience. But we just wanted to have a laugh.
Entertain.
Yeah, entertain, because it's so rare you get to go to a show now and just laugh for an hour and a half. And it's just quality, like getting a chance to do it.
Yeah, and of course you mentioned Rick Mail there. I mean, he was just perfect at everything he did. What was the one he did where he was it the New Statesman or?
Yeah.
Yes,
Alan
Brilliant.
Bastard.
Brilliant bridge of career. How do you find when you're getting these pieces together? How do you go about picking which is good for you?
Yeah, there was a lot of trial and error.
A lot.
Because we've done the show a couple of times now, and sometimes you think this is brilliant, but then it doesn't work for stage, or it doesn't work for today, and the audience don't get it. So you're like, oh, we'll take that bit out, and it's kind of just one gut feeling of that is just really funny.
Yeah.
That is so good, and then just doing it on stage and either falling on your ass or roofing it.
So are you doing impersonations of all these
Not
people
really.
then, or
Well, in a sense. So
In a
the
sense.
show kind of came about when at university Mike effectively did a brilliant Rick Mail. There was sort of like there was a module where they put on a bit of bottom. It was Hooligans Island, the live show. And
Oh, yes.
I'm not going to lie, his Rick Mail is quality. It is very, very good. And we've got another friend, Callum, who's in the show, who's Aid Edmondson. I think was described in the review as better than Aid Edmondson.
Which is the best thing that was ever happened to him. And,
Yeah.
I'm sure Adrian Edmondson is fuming about that.
so the worst thing must be when people say, "Could you do a bit for us?"
That would
So
be the
could
worst.
you do a bit for us?
No, I would at the show, 23rd, 24th.
That's a teaser.
That's the teaser, isn't it?
That's a teaser.
See, we would just do it, wouldn't we? And then no one would come to see the show.
I wouldn't.
We're too giving.
Yes.
Very giving.
It's less so, like, it's not like, oh, we're doing Alan Partridge on stage and it's an impression. It's less, it's more the characterised, like, the characters that are big, they're still there, but we're not trying to do impressions.
So talk to us about the process then. So you find a bit of material that you like from one of them shows,
Yep.
and then what happens then?
And then we figure out, so if for example, if it's on the telly, we're like, this is very specifically made for camera. How do we make it bigger? How do we make this one? How do we change that around? Is this funny? You get cast in that, you do that. And kind of, it's just about playing, really.
A lot of it's
Playing.
working with the audience as well. So inevitably, and it's a very, very fast-paced show, and there's a lot of tech that goes into it as well, especially sort of like sound cues, and a lot of the joy in the comedy comes out of honouring the mistakes and realising, because cock-ups happen all the time, every
They
time
were
we've
the
done
best
it.
bits,
They're
though,
the best
weren't they?
bits, exactly.
Definitely.
If you go back and watch Bottom Live, you watch it for the bit where Aid goes out to the audience
Yeah.
and like really pisses off Rick Mail. That's the bit that you go to watch it for.
Yes.
And so when like we did it in July, I think it was, as part of the Manchester Fringe, and there's a sketch by the two Ronnies called the Mrs. Mace Case, which is a very fast-paced, rhyming detective sketch, very clever, really hard to learn. And halfway through, both me and Mike just completely and utterly broke down laughing, like we could not keep it together. But that was the bit that the audience came away from, was like,
Yeah.
I loved it when you absolutely broke there, because we just looked at the audience like, sorry.
It's going to happen though, isn't it? Especially when you kind of throw yourself back into thinking about what they were doing and what they must have been thinking as well while they were doing it. So
Yeah, it's just carnage. It's fun carnage. And controlled?
Controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos, that's a good way of putting it, absolutely, yeah.
Yes, it's controlled.
And do you have an all-time favourite sketch or favourite performer?
I mean, I grew up on the Fast Show, so
Oh, yeah.
if we're talking like all-time favourite sketch, it's got to be Rolly Burke in QC. The sort of course, I was very, very drunk. That I don't know why, gets me every single time. That's like, if I had to go back and watch a sketch forever, it would be that one. But in the performance, Mrs. Mace Case, the rhyming detectives is so funny.
and what about yourself?
Anything by Rick Mail.
Why Rick Mail for you then?
I don't know. I think he's just there's no one like Rick Mail. You don't go, Rick Mail, oh, he's like this thing. It's just
He is very unique.
absolutely and I've managed to steal every, like, Rick in the Young Ones and then Richie in Bottom. I've just stole all that. So I won't let anyone else do do those.
Oh no, yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
not allowed to play Rick. We're not allowed to go anywhere near it. It's all Mike. Yeah, we're not allowed anywhere near that.
So is there anything then of Rick Mayall's work that you've not tapped into yet, or perhaps that you'd like to tap into?
New Statesman we haven't touched
No.
yet.
Yeah.
It's because it's a little bit more. Obviously, it's a comedy, but it's sort of more centrally drama based and a bit slower. It's a lot harder to do in sketch format because a lot of the sitcoms, it was quite hard to pick something for stage from a sitcom because you can only do 5 or so minutes out of it. So you're watching a whole episode going, right, that bit works, that won't work, that bit works, and you kind of just throw an amalgamation together and hope that the 5 minutes works. Sometimes it seems a bit disjointed, but ultimately that adds to the madness of the show.
Yeah, there's like Dangerous Brothers when they first started, like the really out there alternative stuff. Yeah, we'll maybe slowly get into that because it's such a, you don't see it anymore. If you do it on stage now, you look mad. You just look like people don't get it and they're like, and then.
So Bottom had a lot of it being hit with
Yes,
frying pans.
we've
Is
got
that kind of thing?
Oh,
there?
he gets hit with a frying pan in the show.
A lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
he gets hit with a frying pan in the
Yeah,
show.
we did it back in Falmouth, and I think Callum briefly clipped me with a frying pan, but do you know what? It added to me falling down.
Yeah.
I hit the ground even harder than I should have
And
done.
then
And
when
it
you're
really
frying
sold it.
Well, they didn't use it because they had like, I'm sure, a
Yes.
great prop maker, but we
Yeah.
were like, well, there's a budget. You're going to have to get a real frying pan.
So you run the risk.
Oh yeah, run the risk. Like we'd rehearsed it very well, sort of a good inch away, make the sound, everything's good, and we just got a bit excited on the night and just a little clip of metal.
But it's a risk.
You know,
I am willing to take it.
yeah, you're willing to
I'm willing
take
to
it.
take it.
And Rick's characters are always like
He gets-
totally energetic. So I
Yes.
suppose with that behind in charge of a frying pan, it's going to happen, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't trust him at all, but I kind of got to at this point.
Justified.
But I mean, the whole show itself is so because we do about I think it's about 18 sketches different. 23 we pushed it up to now with the new edit. So yeah, 23 sketches over an hour and a half, and it's a cast of 7. So we're constantly rotating, constant costume changes, constant set changes. So
you're
it's-
knackered.
Oh yeah, absolutely done at the end of the show. But like, it's so worth it at the end. Like, if the audience is laughing and enjoying themselves, that's fine. I don't mind being a bit
Yeah.
shattered afterwards.
You're absolutely dripping.
Exactly, yeah. They can buy me a pint afterwards to cool it down.
So
Exactly.
it is keep fit after all, isn't it?
Sorry,
Survival
guys.
of the fittest.
Yes, it's like the Krypton factor
Well, the
for
Krypton
comedians
factor,
and
yeah.
comedy actors.
One of my favourite things is I like to get the props and the costumes is purposely making Josh's costumes too small for him. So then,
Yes,
you know,
that's what I
he
do
looks
too.
and he looks back at footage and
See, it works on you, but
Yes.
I'm constantly sucking in my gut whenever I'm on the stage.
Yes,
at
tell
this
us
point.
about it. That's why I sit like this.
Yes. Works well, doesn't it?
So,
Go on.
well, I remember where can we see the show?
So you can see the show at the King's Arms Theatre in
Gorgeous
Salford.
theatre.
Yeah, it's a brilliant space. Like
Nice
we're
and
really, really
intimate.
looking forward to. So that's next Thursday and next Friday, which is the 23rd and the 24th of what are we in January. There we go.
January.
I'm selling this brilliantly.
And
Come and see it.
it's
We know what it is.
extortionate.
it's not. It's pay what you can.
Pay what you
Oh,
can.
pay
Pay
what
what you can. So either online or you can come out the door.
So you could get hit with a frying pan and you might just walk away with 50p.
Oh, I could get hit with a frying pan for nothing, but it's part of the. So obviously we're part of the Edinburgh Fringe,
Yeah.
and we
Edinburgh?
Edinburgh. My word, oh God, it was so cold outside. My bald head has scrambled.
The Manchester.
Exactly. We were part of the Manchester Fringe,
Yeah.
and we ended up actually winning an award.
I
We
can
were-
say you won the
Oh,
audience,
yes.
but it's the audience choice, wasn't
Yes,
it?
we won the People's Choice Award.
Which
yeah.
is the best. I mean, that's the one you want to win.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It means they loved it, and that's
Yeah.
what matters, you know. And we were in the running for best ensemble as well, and so we were invited back. So this performance isn't something that we've sort of like funded ourselves. We've been invited back by the Fringe to do it. Hence the sort of pay what you can thing.
Yeah.
So it's just a real great opportunity, and it's nice to be recognised by the Fringe and being brought back.
It's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great to. Theatre is just not. It's getting less and less accessible. So
Yeah.
to try and just if you love an hour and a half of just on a comedy, but you don't have to pay.
I like it.
You don't have to pay.
Sounds like it's right up my street, this.
It's right up our street. Isn't
Our
it?
street? Oh, you're normally like posh at things.
I like older things, you see. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, well, I'm older than I'm thinking. Oh,
Than
yes, I
time.
remember those
Yes,
when I
I
came
know.
home from work to watch Rick Mayall. Things like
What's
that.
your favourite? If you
Yeah.
had to say if this and it, what was your
What would you?
Well,
love
you see,
to
I have a
like?
slight vested interest. In
You have indeed, yes.
Because my husband was Les Dawson's partner, so a bit of Sissionada, but only because you'd have to pay me copyright money because I own the rights.
Something that they should bring back is definitely. Do you remember the British Empire?
Oh, yeah.
Now, that was good.
With our Harriet.
With our Harriet, she was fantastic in that British Empire. But Bottom, Bottom was a bit of escape. I think it was on a Friday, wasn't it? Around about 9 o'clock. Was it on BBC
BBC
Two?
Two.
Yes,
Yeah.
BBC Two.
It was a bit of escapism because it was just chaos. And when, like you say, the live shows when they came out, well, they were just.
oh, yes.
Because they didn't care. They just got on with it.
Yeah.
If they got through a scene, they got through a scene. If they didn't, they didn't.
Exactly,
And
and it's
it's
that
amazing.
ability to just improvise and work with it,
Yeah.
which is something we're definitely trying to pay homage to in this. And you know, it comes off most of the time.
Yes. Well, I know what that's like, trying
Yes.
to work with somebody who's a bit chaotic. I know what they're doing.
Cheers. So we're looking forward to this.
We are,
I might
we are.
even put my hand in my pocket and go and watch this.
Good God.
You know what, for you guys, 50p will be fine.
Lovely. I'll bring you a new frying pan.
Thank you.
We're going to have to do 3 of our shows today.
Yes, I know, won't we, indeed? We're looking forward to this.
We certainly are.
It's going to be good.
Yes.
King's Arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
On what date?
It was the 23rd and 24th of January.
And
you
you
are.
pay whatever you want.
what
Whatever you want, yeah.
Is there a limit? I mean, do you go to, there's got to be a certain low price, hasn't there?
Online,
20 quid.
it starts at... it's pay what you can, but it starts at £4. So.
Full
4
price.
quid.
Yeah.
But that's just online, that's not... That's
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
Come
You
to the door.
can't get a tub in the interval for that normally.
A tub? Oh, ice cream.
A mivvy.
A mivvy. Oh my God. Everything just went black and white when I looked
Well,
at it.
do you know, I've been watching all these channels where I've been watching Wheel Tappers and Shunters Club.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, it was Mrs. Mills last night. Marvellous. They won't know what we're talking about.
It's something got started, Rich Fire.
We could do their show, but from the 40s.
I'd pay, 50p
Would
to see that at the very
You
least,
could be Fanny Fairbottom over the garden wall.
I don't do Fanny.
Anyway.
So, thank you so much for coming
Yes,
in.
thank you very
Absolute
much.
pleasure. And we took you out the cold for a bit, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a lovely little warm-up, thank you.
Stay in here in a minute. We're going to start doing, something. So anyway,
Yes.
thank you so much for your time. Absolutely amazing.
Marvellous. And we're now off to the Lowry
We are.
to find out a very special show. Shall we meet somebody who's doing a very special, just 2-day production at the Lowry?
One of my absolute favourite artists.
Yes.
That I've managed to frequent against. That's
Frequent against?
Yes.
What
in
on
the
earth
word
does
I'm
that
hiding
mean?
it. C, basically. I first saw in Bat Out of Hell.
Yes.
Yes. And now she's coming back for 9.
Yes.
9.
Twice.
Now, what is 9?
9. Oh, it's a fantastic musical.
Yes.
Yes, I saw Antonio Banderas
Yes.
and Chita Rivera
Right.
in it.
Yes.
And I think it's based on the story of Fellini. When you've got a film director and looking around his career
Yes.
and the people who've influenced him.
Right. Well, one of the cast members in that is the fabulous Danielle Spears, and she joins us now. Welcome to the show, Danielle. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Long time no see, but that's because you've been far too busy being wonderful.
I'm not sure about that. Try my best.
Well, what a voice you've got, though. I mean, where did you train? Where did you find that voice?
So I trained at SLP in Leeds, actually, up north, and I guess I've just been singing my whole life from being really, really small, and I just knew that I wanted to be on stage. So yeah, been singing forever.
Well, it's paid off because you got the new incarnation of Bat Out of Hell. You was in that for I think it was just the duration of it, wasn't it? You were in it for a long time.
Yes, I believe I started in 2017. We opened in Manchester, which
Yes.
was incredible. And then I was lucky enough to do the Colosseum. I went to Canada with the show. I did the Dominion in London, and then I did the show in New York as well. So yeah, I was with the show for a long time.
Fantastic.
And now you're about to start work with the very gorgeous Ramin Karim. Yes. It's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yes, he won't mind you saying
No,
that.
of course not. One of the best phantoms.
Yeah, oh yes,
Very,
fantastic
very good
Phantom.
phantom. Very dedicated to it.
Yes.
In my opinion, it's Crawford, Willis, Ramin. Yes, wonderful. And you're in 9. And who are you playing in 9 then?
I'm playing Sarah. Is it Saragina?
Oh yes, Sergei. So is that, have you got The Italian? Is that?
I do, yes, which
Yes.
I'm very excited about. It's a great number, so I can't wait
Always.
to get my teeth into that. Yeah.
So what do you know about the story then? What is Nine for those? It's kind of a musical that's not talked about enough or known enough. So let's give people a little bit of an education on what it's all about.
Yeah, I first came across this show when I was in college, actually, and I had it on DVD, and I used to play it all the time. And it's a film director looking back on sort of like the women that have influenced his life, and just like him, he's trying to put a show together, a film together, and all these women keep coming into his life and reminding him of the things he's done, really. And Saragina is what would you call her? A temptress. She lives like on the beach, and when he was young, he'd go and pay her like a little bit of money, and she'd dance for the boys. Very naughty.
And I'm guessing you've been casting this with your voice for a reason. There's obviously a song in there, is there, for yourself?
Yes, Be Italian, which
Yes.
is a really, really great song. So I'm
It's a good
really looking forward
showstopper.
to singing
Is
it.
it?
It is.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
big number.
Bit of dancing in there, I think, as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
you normally have the boys there, the boy dancers with you, don't you?
Yeah.
It's all very glam.
very
Very,
exciting.
very glam. It is
Yeah,
exciting.
there's some lovely numbers from it.
Yes,
I
go on.
like the Folle Bergère. It's the one
Oh, is that from that?
that's from that my lovely friend Lilian
Very
Montevecchi
unusual
sang.
way
a lot of it.
as well. That's in there.
Yeah, there's some fantastic. People will know a lot of the numbers from this.
Yeah. So why is this coming back now then? What's the necessity to bring this back now, do you think?
Well, I think it's a celebration of the Hope Mill Theatre's 9th birthday, so it's quite fitting. But I think it's a great show. I don't know why it's not been done more on a bigger scale. So hopefully this will be the little push that it needs.
Well, as always, when we watch a Hope Mill show, we're watching what we always feel like is the beginning of a tour. Because unfortunately, what happens is they put a show on, you get excited by it, and then next minute it's touring the length and breadth of the world.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
And it's in the lyric, isn't it?
the lyric.
So a big
Big theatre.
Opera House design, that one.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Have you appeared on that stage before?
The Lowry I haven't done, no. So I'm looking forward to that, yeah.
And of course, the good news is that when you're doing your show, we are just
Yes.
literally, just so you know, we can meet at my dressing room
Yes.
if you want, or yours, because we're actually in the same theatre at the same night.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Good.
We're doing a
Yes.
little thing with Kim Woodburn. aren't
Kim
we?
Woodburn, yes.
Kim
That's
Woodburn. I'm learning how to clean, apparently.
You will have your hand down a toilet bowl somewhere in that theatre.
But only dressed nicely, yes.
Probably not for the first time, I wouldn't imagine.
So why? No, it's true. Why should people come and watch this delectable show?
Well, I think people should be. Well, it's just exciting because it's a show that not many people have seen recently, and the cast is so incredible. I'm really looking forward to working with Ruthie Henshall and Victoria Hamilton Barrett. Like everyone, as soon as I saw the cast list, I was like, wow. So if you don't know about the show, definitely come see it. You'll probably know some of the songs from it, and the cast as well. It's just gorgeous, and it's only 2 shows, so definitely grab your tickets while you can.
Yeah,
I think
so Saturday and
tickets are selling
Sunday.
out quite fast, you know.
They are, yes. Saturday and Sunday, isn't
Saturday
it?
and
We're the Lowry on
Sunday.
the Sunday.
We're there on the
we are.
Sunday. Yes. So we'll be bumping in.
We will. We may well walk through on the stage during the Sunday afternoon with rubber gloves on. You never
I
know.
love that. I would love that.
Pass out
Please
in
do.
that, Ramin. I
A
think I
bit of
would.
domestos. You could offer the cleanest dressing room.
Cleanest dressing room.
While he's on stage, yeah,
While he's
perfect.
on stage, why not? Why not? Is there a role that you'd like to get your hands on that you've not got your hands on yet?
Oh goodness, so many. I can't think now off the top of my head. There's just I don't want to put anything out into the universe, but like I don't know. There's so many. We'll just see what happens. I'm really excited for this year. Actually, I would love to play Dolores and Sister Act. I'll put that one out.
Oh, yes.
It would be really fun. Yeah, it's
You
a hard
fit right
question.
into that, though. Get me Ruth
I
Jones
know,
on the
let's
phone
ring them.
immediately. We'll have a word
Yes.
with them. Get that started.
We'll have that sorted.
We'll have that sorted.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yes. Do it.
I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't
I was
trust
looking
Michael.
forward to that.
I know. We were.
That
The
would have been
phone's
quite
gone.
good on television.
We'll ring as soon as we
We'll
finish
ring
the
them,
show.
we'll tell them.
Yes.
Definitely. So this is fantastic. It's going to be amazing. Tickets are selling quite fast, though. So
They
if you
are.
want to get your
Yes,
hands
I
on
had a
tickets
look
to see
just
the
now.
show.
Yes.
Selling fast. Get your hands on them. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much for your time today, Danielle. And I can't wait to bump into you and say hello to you and give you a little squeeze. But we won't be drinking like what we did last time with Battle of Hell because no. It took me 4 days to recover.
Yes, and if you want your U-bend harpicked,
I'll happy
Here
to
we
you,
are.
Ben. Not a problem. All these services from your Manchester were very high.
oh, we can do anything for the right
Turn
money.
around
We'll
to
do whatever.
Exactly. Thank you, Danielle. She looked fantastic, didn't she?
Absolutely, looking forward to that production.
That's
aren't
gonna
you?
be good now.
Mind you, of course, it's the same day, isn't it? The second performance.
Yeah, of Kim Woodburn.
It's the same day as Kim Woodburn in the same venue.
But we're not worried because we've sold out.
We have sold
So
out.
that's fine by us. We're not worried about that.
No.
Do you know them people in 9? Do you think they eat after 8s? And do they have them just at 7?
They do. I mean, that's the odd thing, isn't it? Because the thing that 9 is based on was called. Do you know what it was actually called?
Riberoska.
8.5.
What?
It was called 8.5.
Is it?
What it's based
That's
on.
my favourite. So that's lovely. 9.
Isn't that marvellous?
And do you think 9 knows 6?
Yes.
High five. So, we're all for that. Now,
We're all for everything.
we're all
really.
for it, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we're in total
As long as you
agreement.
can't get into trouble for it, why not?
Well, exactly, whatever.
They can't touch you, can they?
Now, we've got an absolutely wonderful episode coming your way next week, haven't we?
A special.
We have.
We've just alluded to it.
We've just
haven't we?
alluded to a special. It's
Yes. You're getting your rubber on, aren't you?
gloves only. Black gloves. My kind of night, that. Should we finish the show?
I'm not bothered.
Go for a
I'm
lie
quite happy
down.
to stay for the evening.
I might have a lie down. I'm feeling it coming on now. I am, honestly. There we are.
dear, oh dear.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch the podcast next week, everybody. And,
Yes. You look like Kathy Burke over there, you know.
Thank you. That's lovely, because I look in misery. Oh, no, it's not Kathy Burke, is it?
No.
That's somebody else.
Kathy Staff.
Right, thanks for watching. You can go now. Thanks for watching this week's episode of
Your Manchester.